All right, I'm looking at the pre-instruction analysis for math. The standard that I'm looking at is a fourth grade standard, NBT 3. The first thing I'm going to do is unpack the standard. So the document I use for unpacking is the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction. It unpacks the standard, breaks it down, and gives examples for each standard, which is really helpful. So I'm going to scroll down. Again, I'm in fourth grade. Scroll down to my standard that I'm looking at, which is NBT 3. So here's the standard. It's use place value understanding to round multi-digit whole numbers to any place. Now it's going to break down the standard and give me some examples. So I'm going to read over those. This standard refers to place value understanding, which extends beyond an algorithm or procedure for rounding. So that right there is going to tell me that I don't just want to teach a chant. We do have a rounding chant, but it needs to go beyond that. The expectation is that students have a deep understanding of place value and number sense, and can explain and reason about the answers they get when they round. Students should have numerous experiences using a number line and a hundreds chart as tools to support their work with rounding. So I'm going to go back to my pre-instruction analysis, and under my notes for what do students need to know, they need to know place value and number sense. I'm going to put more than the chant, because we do have a rounding chant. I think it's really good to have to give students an extra strategy in their back pocket, but they need to understand more than just the chant. They need to dig deeper. They need to be able to explain and reason about the answers they get when they round, so I'm going to go and put that in there too. It did talk about strategies in here. Students should have numerous experiences using a number line, so I want to add that to my pre-instruction analysis. I definitely want to put number line in there. They need to know place value, so I'm going to put place value chart in here as well. I'll also teach them the chant as a backup, but like I said, those other two strategies are going to be my heavy hitters. All right, let's look at some examples and see how they're solving the problems. So as I read this first example, I see that it says about, so that makes me think of estimation. Students are going to need to know how to estimate, which that should be some prior knowledge too. Let's look at how these students answered. First, I multiplied 3 and 6, which equals 18. Then I multiplied 6 and 6, which is 36. I know 18 plus 36 is about 50. So yeah, they're using estimation, and they're also doing two-step word problems. So I'm going to put that in here too. That's something that third grade touches on and fourth grade continues. So they should be familiar with multiple step word problems. This example has a number line, which is good. It's one of the strategies I'll be talking about, and it shows a midpoint, so I want to make sure that I put that on the analysis, that I talk about a midpoint. All right, I think I'm done with unpacking the standard. Pretty good information in there. I'm going to make sure I'm crossing off those parts so I know I'm done with it.